blueprint on the implementation of the ISO 20022 standard, companies need look no further than SIX Group. The financial services provider has already completed the migration to the new standard, and Boris Brunner, Head of Network and Partner Management at SIX Group, has joined me today to talk through receiving support from the most senior levels of management and the benefits of end-to-end migration. So SIX Group has already successfully completed the modernisation of its market infrastructure. Can you talk us through some of the key points of this process?
Of course. Actually, it started almost 10 years ago, when we realized that our market infrastructure needed to be overhauled. And as the market infrastructure was also already able to cope with SEPA payments, it used already ISO 20022 transactions. So it was only clear that we would use also for the Swiss franc side ISO 20022. And then we took a phased approach and also decided to do that fully fledged end-to-end, meaning not only banks and market infrastructure, but also through the client side. Then the project actually was completed at the market infrastructure side by 2016. By end of 2017, all the banks have been migrated, and by mid of last year, all the corporates have been migrated. What was important was that we offered some migration tools, some validation platforms, but also a translation service in order that banks can just send in messages with ISO 20022 and get it back. So to really avoid the first moving disadvantages.
And as well as providing the investment budget for these processes, what else can senior management do to help with the process?
I think it's really important that you start with a common vision and you communicate that as well. It is also important that you have some role models and some banks which just act as a role model in order that the others can really follow. Then you would also need kind of a governance body in order to really move forward the whole project. And the last but not least, it's important to have kind of a public relations campaign in order to communicate what is going on and what is really important and what you want to achieve.
Mm-hmm. And in the process, what is the benefit of mandating end-to-end changes, including with corporates? And what are the benefits of doing this?
One of the main goals was not only just to make life easier for banks, but to really support the whole digitization process in the whole Swiss economy. And from that perspective, it's important to do that end to end. And that does not stop at the bank side. So that's why we decided to also involve corporates. And we also got the need from corporates that they wanted to be included on that side. And then I would say what it needs actually, I always call that the 3 C's. You need cooperation, you need kind of a coordination, and also communication. Cooperation, you don't only need that between banks and clients, but also between banks, clients, and software vendors. That's really one of the key lessons learned we had. Then you need a coordination. Somebody has to coordinate them because it won't go forward just on its own. And the last one, once again, it's the communication. Communication is really key. You have to make transparent where you stand in the process, that you really can focus on that side. And from that perspective, that made us really successful. And I think Switzerland is one of the first countries worldwide which managed to migrate to ISO 20022 end-to-end.